Hi everyone, Marcia here from ZC Creations, and I promised I would come on and show you how I make my Glimmer Sprays, or Shimmer Sprays, however you want to say them. I should say. And I've seen these done 100 times too on YouTube and tons of different channels and so on, and but I promised Patricia Stubbs that I would come on and show you how I make mine. And first I'll show you some of the ones I already have made. This of course is the pink one. If I can get it, I've done something different with my camera here, so forgive me, I'm a little bit off. I'm a little bit off anyway. But my camera's a little bit off tonight. So anyhow, this one is pink, obviously. And here's a purple one that I've made. And I made this pretty kind of a pearlized one. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. And I made of this one a good while ago, and you can see, well, right in here is where you can actually see it's got the label on it yet, which I'm surprised me that I have a label on it yet, because I'm just really crazy nuts about getting labels off and, you know, soaking them off and everything else. They drive me crazy normally. I must have been in a real hurry when I made this one. But it's kind of a bronze color. You can maybe see it on the bottom a little bit more. Anyway, it's almost gone. And so I thought I would make a little bit more of that one up, because I do use that one quite a bit. And then this pretty green, you can see that one really well. It's almost gone too. There's only just a wee little bit in the bottom. These work really well for me. I don't know how others feel about them, but a couple of the ones that I've purchased that have been really, really pretty ones, and different name brands, they are a water base shimmer spray, and oftentimes I don't have like super good, you know, cardstock paper or whatever that I'm using. Sometimes it's not too much more than just copy paper, or what we used to call typing paper. We don't do that anymore. There, I'm dating myself again. But copy paper. And so anyway, I found that when I would try to use my glimmers on, or shimmers, the water-based ones, that it would end up making my paper all wrinkled and curled up, and it would soak it so badly that it wouldn't dry properly. And what I have here is just my spray box. I have a little box here that I put my whatever it is I'm spraying down in the bottom. You can see all the sprays in there, because it helps with the overspray. My oldest son, he's a welder, but he paints cars on the side, and he taught me about overspray. So, and it keeps it from getting all over everything. So I wanted to just kind of show you how mine work first, and then I'll show you how I make them. First, you have to just kind of make sure that your little tip, that your little little hole there where your spray comes out of is clear, or cleaned out. You know, I try to wipe that off every time I use it. With these, you have to give them a good shake. And then I'll just show you. And sometimes you'll get, see, I'm wiping off my tip. I try to do that every time. Sometimes you'll get a little blobby effect on them, on your page, kind of like that. But I kind of like that little blobby effect. You can see, I don't know if I can get it so you can see the shimmer or not. Yeah, there you can a little bit, or you can see how shimmery it is. And the color actually is pretty vibrant. Now, and you can see this is a good quality copy paper, granted, but it is just copy paper. That's all this is that I'm spraying this on. And it's already, except for the big glops here, where it kind of glopped up like here and here, it's dry. This part is already dry. And I wanted to rub my fingers across it and show you. See, there's no, you don't get any glitter off on your fingers. I don't know if you can see. I don't know, I seem to be getting a pretty big shadow for some reason tonight. I don't know why again. I think that happened the last time I tried to do a video. But anyway, if you see, you don't get any you know, of the glitter back off of your fingers or anything like that. And if you wanted this to be more vibrant than it already is, or more the color to be more, I tend to use, a lot of times I'll tend to use a couple different colors at the same time. So if you wanted this to be more condensed color, concentrated color, you can just do it again. And I'll wipe my tip off again. And so you can see now how concentrated the color is. It still is not wrinkling my paper or causing my paper to curl up like it does whenever you have, you know, too much water in it. They kind of smell like alcohol, but I don't mind the smell of alcohol. And I like, I'm not sure now if I mentioned that what I use in mine instead of water to get it so it doesn't wrinkle is alcohol. Oh boy, sorry guys, it's kind of late this evening, and I probably should have waited to do this tomorrow, but anyway, here I am. So, but like I said, it doesn't come off. Well, that little blotch was a little bit wet, so I'll use a finger here that it doesn't have anything on it, as you can see. Well, hopefully you can see. And I'm going to rub it, and nothing comes off. So why that is, I think, is because I use acrylic paint to make my shimmer sprays. This one is a pearl. This is just a Martha Stewart's craft paint, and it is the pearlized one. And that's what I use to make mine. I've tried several different, what do you want to call it, recipes, I guess. And this one is the one that has come out the best for me so far. And I'm just going to go ahead and make some more already in my container that I had just sprayed for you. I collect little spray type bottles like this one, you can see. it's a little, I think this had like little cologne in it, but it's got the screw off cap and the little what do you call it, the little plastic tube that feeds your fluid up through the sprayer. And I just collect them. You can see that they have like sale stickers on them, you know, and stuff. I'll take whatever's in here, even if it's a scent that I don't like or whatever, and I'll pour it out into, you know, a bigger spray bottle or whatever, and mix them together. And then if it comes out to be a scent that I can tolerate, then I'll go ahead and use it. And if not, if it's a really horrible scent that I don't like, I'll just throw it away. I know that sounds wasteful, but you know, these bottles can cost quite a bit if you just go and buy them empty. Now I have done that, as you can see here. I've you know, bought some of these in kits, or not kits, but in you get 3 or 4 of them, you know, in a package for a certain amount. I've found them different places, Walmart and places like that, but they can get pricey if you know, if you're not careful. So I just collect all these other little bottles, and I'm sure others of you have done that also, just to use for this purpose. So what I do is give your acrylic paint a good shake. Sorry about the shaking on camera here. Give your acrylic paint a good shake. And what it was kind of a learning process for me. Now this is kind of a big bottle, so I'm gonna go ahead and put, you know, kind of a good bit of paint in here. And I do apologize, I don't measure things well, and I probably should try to measure things for you if I'm going to be doing doing like a tutorial like this. I'll try and see if I can't measure the red in this bottle for you, just to give you an idea of that's got a little bit of water in it yet, to give you an idea of like how much to use. But what I started to say was, I learned the hard way that if you use too much paint and not enough alcohol, what happens is your sprayers, no matter what kind they are, no matter, you know, how nice they are, no matter how good they are, they will clog up. Eventually they will clog up, and all you'll get out is a bunch of blobs like these, only 10 times worse. Like these, only 10 times worse, and just nothing but pure blobs all over your project or your paper. And it's very irritating, especially whenever you've worked really hard on something. And now and it comes out all blobby, in other words. Okay, I've filled this up to about here, here with this, with the alcohol, about here. And you saw how much I squirted in there. And after a while, after you make them for a while, you can just kind of tell by when you shake it how liquidy it is. If that paint tries to go up that little tube and it's still too thick, you're going to have a mess, because your nozzle's going to just clog up, and it's not going to be good. So I don't know. I think I'm getting low on my Martha Stewart Pearl, but you know, this is not that expensive to buy in any place like Joann's, or I'm not sure if Walmart carries Martha Stewart, but I think they do. And then there's other ones. These Dazzling Metallics I got at a little craft store in our town here. But there are other ones like these right here, the Folk Art Metallics, and they're not very expensive to buy, so I just would rather do that and you know, and not spend my money on sprays, especially since they work quite well for me. I'm going to bring my box up here again and show you, you know, on the other end of this paper, down here where it's pretty white yet, I'll show you what I just did and see how it works. Okay, so I hold it kind of far away if I can. And it did blob a little bit right there at the beginning. I might not have my tip cleaned out as good as I should either. I usually just take an alcohol wipe or baby wipe and get all that paint off of there on that little tip. You see what I'm doing? No. Sorry about that. I've got a baby wipe here. I noticed when I bought some baby wipes the other day, and lo and behold, it said they were alcohol free, and I thought, no, I don't want them to be alcohol free. So I'm gonna have to watch that the next time, because I like to have the alcohol in the baby wipes. It helps clean stuff off. But I don't know, like I said, I kind of like the effect that a couple little blobs like that has on my backgrounds, and you can see how shimmery and pretty that is. I mean, it's just really, really shimmery. And like I said, this is good quality copy paper, but it is just copy paper, and it's not wrinkled it, it's not buckled it. That's why I went to the alcohol to use, because I didn't like that happening to my paper or my projects or whatever. So this is another one that I well, I already showed you this, that I have had for quite a while, and it is almost gone. So let me show you this one. Whoops. I haven't gotten that and shook up very good yet, but this one's just basically little, it has very little color, but it has the bronzy shimmers, and it, like I said, it's almost empty, so that's why I'm gonna make some more of that one right now, because normally it has more shimmers than that, or more color to it than that. For that one, I'm going to use an old paint, Gleams. It's Gleams. I think it's Delt Ceramic Coat Gleams, so I'm not sure what this is going to do. So we'll find out together, because I've not used this particular paint before. This is an old one. Actually, I don't even remember where I got it or how long I've had it. I don't know if you all have that. Oh, it's a pretty color though. It just blobbed out of the top there. So you can see it is a pretty bronzy color. That is pretty. So hopefully it'll work. We'll see. So I'm just gonna put a good bit in here, because these bottles are so much bigger. This paint, by the way, is very thin. Oh, it's got a little glob there on top. Try not to get globs down in there in your bottle if you can help it, because that's a surefire way to have your little sprayers clog up on you. Get the glob out. See that big glob? That's kind of grody. There's a big glob that came out of there. Okay, I said it was really old, so we'll see. Actually, I don't know why I haven't used it. See, Patricia, I'm not so neat after all, am I? But I don't mind the acrylics so badly because they wash off pretty good. And I'm going to go about, what does it look like? Maybe 3/4 full of alcohol then with this. And we'll just give this a really good shake. And this is being mixed with the other that was in there, so I'm really not sure how this one's going to turn out, but we'll see. I don't put, that's the other thing I was going to tell you guys, I don't put glue or anything like that in this recipe, for lack of a better way of saying it, because I was told or learned, or somebody told me or whatever, that because the acrylic paint already has a fixative in it, you don't need to add the glue to act as a fixative, so that it will stick, you know, to your paper and not come off, not, you know, the flakes or the little whatever glitters won't come off. Now I don't know if that's right or not. I have no idea. So if that's not correct, somebody let me know. But that's what I was told. And it doesn't seem to, I mean, I don't seem to have trouble with my, this doesn't seem to want to shake up as easily as the other kind of paint. So we'll see what happens here. I don't have trouble with it rubbing off, in other words. My glitters don't, you know, don't come off. My hands are all covered now, but I can show you with a piece of, well, I'll get a paper towel here in a second, and I'll show you with a piece of paper towel, white paper towel, so you can tell. But here we go. And it kind of blobbed a little bit more than normal, so I might end up putting a little bit more alcohol in this one. This paint might be thicker, or the what do you call it, the mica or whatever that's in there that they put in the paint to make it have the glitters, it might be thicker and not want to be coming up through the sprayer as well as good. So I don't know, it's pretty, it's pretty sparkly, and where the kind of the blobs are, it's a pretty color. So I'm going to see how that dries. Do I have anything clean? I have a pinky finger clean. This part's dry right here. Well, I got a little bit of glitter off on that finger, on that one, but it's hardly anything. I mean, it's hardly enough to fuss about. You know, it's not going to be like falling off of your project and ruining your project. So let me put that over there to dry a little bit more. I don't know why that seems to be taking longer to dry. That could be the paint, the different paint also. So it's kind of like, sort of like, I guess, trial and error, sort of, so to speak. Oh yeah, it's got some globs in here that I didn't realize were in there. So this might be might have to be scrapped, I don't know, with that old paint. And I'll learn not to use old paint in anything like that anymore. So we'll see. But I am going to put a little bit more alcohol in here for now because alcohol is not that expensive, and it's really old paint, so if I do have to scrap it, it's not going to be a huge waste or a huge problem or whatever. So I just don't like to waste things. I know I'm crazy, but just don't like to waste things. Like my mom always said, waste not, want not. So I don't know if you've ever heard that one before, but that's an old one that my mom used to say all the time. So I'm going to shake it some more. That might have been part of the problem too. I just didn't shake it well enough. And we'll see if putting a little bit more alcohol in it helped it a little bit more. I'll put it right here on the top of this sheet. Oops, better clean that off. Now that is super duper sparkly. I don't know if you can see it. There. See how sparkly that is? This part right here, the alcohol's drying off of it, but you can see where I'm kind of curving the paper over my fingers under here, that it's really sparkly. And I like it. I mean, the glittery, the more shimmery it is, the better I like it. I mean, after all, that's what it's for, right? It's shimmer spray. So like I said, if you want more intense color, you can, just do it again. Okay, I'm going to stop the camera for a second and go wash my hands a little bit. And then I'm going to show you the pink and the purple and this kind of pearlized color here on a piece of cardstock or paper or whatever. And then I will make some red with you, and I guess then let you go in peace. So I'm going to stop for right now. Okay, I'm back, folks, and I hope that I can hurry this along a little bit. I have a terrible time of rambling on, and I'm making my videos way too long, so I'm going to try to hurry. What I wanted to show you, though, was real quick, I wanted to show you the pink and the purple and the pearlized one that I've made really fast, so I thought I'd do that first. Oops. Okay, there's the pink one. And I had a lid for one of these bottles a minute ago, and it's disappeared. It's walked off. So I don't know what in the world happened to it or where it went. Now I happen to know that these, the purple one and the pink one, are both the folk art metallics. This. And I hope that's not upside down, but if it is, we'll turn it around this way just in case. The folk art metallics that you can just get at like Walmart or Joann's, and they spray really nice out of the spray bottles whenever they're whenever you use them. And you can see the colors are pretty vibrant. There's the pink, and it's, you know, almost dry except where the thicker part is. And there's the purple one. And they're both, you know, very, very shimmery. So and again, I don't get, you know, much of anything rubbing off. If there is just a tiny little bit that comes off, I don't think anything that's going to hurt your project at all. So yeah, there's a little bit of shimmer on my finger there, but not much. So there's those two, and I'm going to put a little bit of just cardboard in here. I wanted to show you the pearlized one, and it comes out a little bit better on the cardboard. Whoops. Dry that off. And I don't know if you can see, but it just kind of gives a glimmer, like a real pretty kind of a glow to your whatever. You can see that there's still a couple wet spots, but like up here you can see where it's dry, and it just gives such a beautiful sheen, like glimmer. So anyway, that's how the pearlized one comes out. Now I promised I'd try to show you how to measure this. These little bottles here are 2 ounces, it says on the bottom. So and I think they're the kind of little things that you get, like I said, in a package that sometimes you get whenever you're going to be flying, and you have to have, you're not only allowed to have that much liquid in your luggage or carry-on or whatever. So anyway, so it starts off being 2 ounces, and this one is that Dazzling Metallics that I got at that craft store here in my town. And it's called Festive Red. I imagine it was for like Christmas, but the lid shows it being really glittery, or really, not glittery, but metallic. I don't know if you can see that or not, without blinding you. Anyway, so I'm just giving it a shake. I went in that little store. It has been in our town for absolutely years on end, and it's just kind of a little real quaint, like hole in the wall type little store, and he's got some really cool things in there. And it's a fun place to go in and just kind of look around. He puts marks some things down, of course, from time to time, and that's why I went in, because I wanted to see if I could get any of his good markdowns. Okay, so this is a pretty small bottle, 2 ounces only. So So I'm going to put, there's a tiny little bit of water in there when you know. So I'm going to put that much in the bottom. Can you see? I'll show you here. Just that much. There, maybe you can see better that way. Just that much in the bottom. Just covering the bottom basically. And then I'm going to go in with the alcohol. Hopefully I won't spill it all over the place. And I'm going to bring the alcohol almost all the way up to the top, just to where the little curve of the bottle starts, just right to about there. And then we're going to shake. And we'll just make this red one, and then I will, as I said, let you go in peace. And while I'm shaking here, I wanted to say thank you so much to all my brand new subbies. I'm amazed, just amazed at the support and just how nice everybody is in this crafting community on YouTube. Just amazing, and so fun. So many talented people. So much. I mean, it's just awesome. And so I wanted to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel. And I'm just tickled to death. I have so many entries for my subby appreciation giveaway, and it is a subby appreciation, so anybody who subscribes can enter. Even if you're a new subby, just, you know, send me a picture of something that you've made, or do a VR if you're able to do that, and get in there with the rest of everybody. I did show the prize that I'm going to be giving away in my video announcing my 100 subby appreciation giveaway video. If you haven't seen that, go to that one and watch that one and comment. And yeah, this one's taken a while to get it all mixed up, but that's okay. I do apologize, but I want to make sure it's good and mixed. As you can still see, there's some blobby stuff. I don't know if you can see that or not on the bottle here. But yeah, do get on board, and I, as I had said in my video, I would be kind of randomly adding a few things here and there to my prize. So I'm going to be doing that. I've added a couple other little things that I didn't show you, so there'll be some surprises in there also. So okay, so now we'll see, what do I have with my red here? Well, it's kind of pink. It's pretty, but I already have pink. So, how interesting is that? Because this does say Festive Red on the bottle, but then you never know what you're going to get. Just kind of like Forrest Gump's box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, because here's my pink, as you can see here, and here's what's supposed to be red. And there's not a whole lot of difference, I don't think, in it. Well, that's okay. I will definitely use it, obviously, and yeah, I'm getting some silver, but it's not really very dry yet either, so I should give it enough time to dry before I do that. It's not really fair. But it's very glimmery like the others, and shimmery. So, and like I say, I have not put a little bit of the clear glue in mine. Other people do that. I don't see why you couldn't do it. I mean, I don't think it hurts anything to do that. So if you are of the mind that you want to add a little bit of the clear glue in with yours, just go right ahead and let me know how it works. And I do hope that this has helped some folks, or that you got some good out of this. And so I will, as I promised, let you go in peace. So thank you ever so much, and let me know, like and the video, and comment in the description box below. Let me know if there's anything that you can suggest, or would like to see me try to do or do. I'd be more than happy to. Just let me know, and thank you ever so much for watching, and God bless everyone.